Welcome everyone. We are here to gather very innovative projects, artists, and very interesting pitches. I am Ana Lumbreras from Zabala Innovation. We are a company from the north of Spain, from Navarra, and nowadays we are 400 people dedicated to innovation. We are all over Spain and all over Europe, and what we do basically is to take public funding to support innovative projects. We support SMEs, we support startups and larger companies. Today we are here because we are part of two European projects funded by the European Commission, which are DAPSI and Mediafuture. And through these projects, we fund innovative projects that are the entrepreneurs that we have today here. So we are going to welcome these entrepreneurs which have received funding from the European Commission, and we are going to help them to with their path to the market. So first, we are going to welcome from that DAPSI project. DAPSI is a data portability and services incubator. And first, we have Norman Overny from Switzerland and from Colomba Link, which is a software company that provides data management solution. So welcome.
And I'm excited to talk to you about Deeply Hub. We built this product in collaboration with NGI DAPSI. Deeply Hub is the DevOps for IoT with many great features. Currently, there has been an explosion of IoT devices from domains such as agriculture, smart city, and industry. These devices help companies to become more sustainable. But let's imagine you're in charge of an industrial park with thousands of devices. You have to manually reconfigure each and every one of them. And this is a tedious manual process. But with Deeply Hub, you can now reconfigure all these devices on one platform. But Deeply Hub doesn't just give you the ability to reconfigure your devices. You can also create pipelines to manage your IoT devices to test them before they go live. Our competition includes AWS IoT and ABB. These are big players, but they're expensive or they're difficult to use. There's also Akenza, which is more of a data management and aggregation solution, but Deeply Hub manages the entire life cycle for IoT data and configuration. Our business model is a SaaS-based model with subscription with 3 tiers. We're looking for key business partners to increase our development. Deeply Hub, by default, has the features necessary to match the stringent compliances and requirements for industrial IoT. We're also going to open source parts of our code to increase visibility and expand into other domains. Our timeline. We're currently working on a pilot project, and we'll be done by the end of this summer, and we will make a public launch of Deeply Hub by the end of this year. Then we will make the configurations for industrial compliances, and we will make Deeply Hub the digital twin for IoT devices, as well as add machine learning, such that you can create your perfect configuration for each use case. I'm Norman Overny. Please contact me for more details or visit us at our booth. Thank you.
I'm the CEO of IDIS, which has been part of the EC-sponsored Next Generation Internet project. So my question is, are you satisfied with European digitalization? Well, I'm not, and so neither SMEs, small enterprises from Germany, who are still typing their paper invoices into their Freizeitung system, and a month later, they type in the same data into the tax information system, right? So big companies do better. They got something called Edifact, which is older than XML. but everyone has a problem receiving paper e-invoices when you drive with your company car to a petrol station, and there you get this data you want to get automatically to your financing, banking, accounting, and controlling. Okay, so how can we do better? Of course, we have to get rid of the paper, which is a media break. And what do we want to do? We want to throw the digital data over digital fence so the other side can automatically process it, right? So how can this be done? This interoperability problem is solved best with a standard, like a blueprint you see here. And a blueprint, a standard, has a lot of benefits, like it lowers the costs, you give interoperability, and avoids lock-in. All right, so there is a standard now for this, and defining files for e-invoice and receipt. So, but digitalization means more. In a connected world, you also want to collaborate on data, want to access the data. And when you're sending files, which are this final state, you cannot do this. I remember as a student, when I give my diploma to my two professors, and they review it, and I received back 2 floppy disks, and I had to merge manually. So what we have to do is more than just standardizing files. We have to define the changes, the API. Only by this, we got the audit-safe way to understand who has changed it, because this is an auditorium we have to prove, all right? So, does this been done in the Sense standard? No. Even more a joke, this standard is being sold as paper or PDF, digital stone. And me as a developer have to type 400 pages of PDF, copy-paste data into my software. This is a mess. So 2 weeks ago, we thought, okay, we now make a startup, we do a digital standard as a service, but this does not scale much. The market is small. So we thought instead, well, we are doing something with this tooling ourselves. Now we are going to provide an API across Europe that will provide support for all 27 European countries, like plated and bought by Visa. We don't do this for the invoice for the small things and trying to go straight up. So this is our team, and I hope that we get in contact with the business angel to give us some wisdom, because we are more technical people and solving technical problems and not aware of the business problem. Thanks a lot.
My name is Celia Kempinger. I'm co-founder of Fact and Sect, an AI-based automated fact-checking tool which tackles the problem of misinformation. There is no satisfactory solution for this problem on the market right now. There are several different approaches. First of all, manual fact-checking services like Neutral, Corrective. But manual fact-checking is really time-consuming. And the automated solutions that already exist are not transparent enough. So this is why we developed Fact and Sect. We use natural language processing to compare content to select quality sources. You get the result within just a few seconds, and it gives you a clear indication on the credibility of the content you read online. We are talking about the content moderation solution market, which has enormous growth rates and will be an estimated $11.8 billion by the year 2027. When you get the fact-check result from Fact and Sect within a few seconds, but you also can get detailed information on the result. Like we tell you which media we have used for comparison and even which parts of the text have been confirmed or refuted, so you have full transparency. We offer Fact and Sect as an API for social media platforms, news aggregators, and any other company who has to do research. We also offer it as a freemium model for single users. So if you want to try it, just download it for your desktop browser and please try it. For Mediafutures, we were in the Startup Meets Artist track. We teamed up with this great artist, Cristina Capetanio, who does not only do delicate drawings, but she also works with artificial intelligence and digital media. And together we developed the Fact and Fact Aquarium, which adds a gamification aspect to the fact-checking tool. With the Fact and Fact Aquarium, users can open up the camera and the system will read the user's emotions and then turn their emotions and the fact-checking result into an audiovisual art experience, which can be enjoyed worldwide online, but also on location. We are currently offering an investment opportunity. So if you want to become part of something big, just get in contact with us on social media, at the Mediafutures booth, or wherever you can find us. Thank you very much.
What happened is, our context that I want to make is that mis and disinformation can create huge economical and reputational damage, and it can also cause war. We've seen this in Ukraine, what happened now. That's also why I'm here from Belgium and not the Ukrainian team. What we want to do is educate people about methods of mis and disinformation in order to avoid the spreading of it. And we're going to do this in Northern Tech collaboration on 4 fronts. We're going to create a visual 3D city enhanced by sound and music, using our custom emotion AI to track emotions when the user interacts with the system. And we're going to use external experts to curate the content that we're going to use on our platform. I'm going to quickly go forward. So we have this 3D city. Each building on the city represents a news category, for example, politics and wars there on the right side. You click on that and then you will read news, then you will come into a lobby where you can read about several categories about fake news, like for example propaganda campaigns, censorships, etc. You go in there, you read an article, and then you can guess, is it fake or is it true? The system then tells you whether it's true or not, and the idea is that you can learn about mis and disinformation in this way, in a gamified way. The music adapts itself to the articles and to your emotions. We don't use invasive technology to track our emotions. We only use keyboard and mouse commands, so people are always anonymized. This is scientifically proven. The team is me, Samuel, Olga is the 3D artist, Alex is the tech lead, and Victoria is the CEO. We already have funding from several companies and organizations, CAPS in Brazil, the Republic of Poland, etc., etc. So the business model here is that we can customize the city for a specific company that wants to educate its clients or its staff. For example, in fintech, if you want to educate people about cryptocurrency, you can do that so they learn how to detect fake news. Otherwise, another part is e-commerce, another one in more social setting is donations to show this at art festivals and so on. So these are examples. Our mission, we have a social mission, we have an artistic mission, marketing articles, media cooperations, and also making this scientifically work. So if you want to read more about us, you can go to mumidis.org, or you can see us at the booth at Mediafutures, and that's it. And I have 4 seconds left. Thank you.
I want to start with the fact that I'm 14 years old and I'm literally stressed right now, so I will need my notes. Okay, before I start anything, I want to thank Zabala and Mediafutures for the opportunity to be here. In the beginning, I need to tell you who we are. The team that took on the challenge launched by Mediafutures consists of a company, TechWave, and a freely formed artistic group, White Hawk Design. The association was not made for this project. We worked together for years. The problem recently, there was a click. Respectively, we realized that when something is accepted by the general public, it becomes a certainty. It becomes a hard and inert wall in front of reason, and rarely such a belief can be changed. In short, we realized that there was no psychological defending mechanism against such an attack. Mankind has never had the reason to verify itself at such a scale. Unfortunately, we cannot intervene very harshly because any kind of entry into someone's beliefs will produce a profound effect of repulsion and even fanatical hatred of our future project. The wall of reason stiffens, making it blind and deaf to any future argument. Our product consists of three major components. The first goal is to create a database for fake news with specifics of Eastern Europe. We want by educator and later using an AI to succeed in creating a system for discerning news where human influence is kept to minimum. Okay. The second component will be a city-sized AR installation with gamification components integrated in a mobile application. The basic mechanics involves finding and collecting some pieces that we provisionally call mind bugs. Our centers of interest will be linked to location of significant areas for cultural minorities. The reason is that, as far as we know, minorities are the main target of misinformation. The urban installation we have as final point a hub of digital art which contain an interactive holographic installation and VR experience. The problem with the last part is that it's much more regionally oriented, at least in the beginning. It is addressed especially to the people of Cluj-Napoca, our hometown, and its surroundings. One of the main points of our project is to make a difference in the place where we live our daily life, especially now that we are so close to a conflict zone. Thank you.